So you're here. The day's arrived, and it's time to come to camp. We ask that all troops arrive at or as close to 1 p.m. as possible. If every single troop showed up at 1 o'clock, our camp would be able to handle that rush of check-in. So we don't need to stagger the times for arrival. Please make sure that you come as close to 1 as possible, but please don't come before 1. We will not be ready for you for early arrival. So please plan to come at 1 o'clock on that Sunday of your arrival. When you get here, you'll be greeted at the front gate, and then again in the parking lot by your site guide, and we'll get a chance to get you off to your campsite. That site guide will do an initial campsite inspection with your leader. We would ask that it be the same leader that they're going to do the inspection with at the end of the week, if at all possible. That way, both the site guide, our staff person, and the leader are looking at the same stuff in the same way, both in the beginning of the week and the end of the week. We here at Rodney do our medical checks in your campsite. So when you arrive and you're in the campsite and you start getting unpacked, once everybody is there, our site guide will reach out to our health lodge and will let them know that you are ready for your medical checks in camp. We have roving medical teams that will come around and do those checks in your site. I would encourage you, while you wait for that team to arrive, which shouldn't be a long wait, but while you do wait for them to arrive, continue to unpack, continue to make your site your home for the coming week. We have intentionally made it such that these medical rechecks happen in your campsite so that you can do that. You don't have to go someplace, you don't have to go to the health lodge and wait in a line for that to happen. It's intended for you to be able to continue to prep your site and be ready for your week. Your medical recheck is going to happen related to your BSA health and medical record. We use the current record as found on the scouting.org website. That is the only medical form that we can accept. We can't accept sports forms. We can't accept school forms or other camp forms. It needs to be the BSA current health and medical record that we'll be using for camp. Please note that we'll do a temperature check on everyone here in camp. Camp is a fairly tight environment. Lots of people in a somewhat small space. Lots of close interactions, and so what we don't want to have is somebody who is ill cause other people to be so. So we do a temp check on everyone. If a scout or leader has a temperature of 101 or higher, we won't let them remain in camp. So the thing that I would recommend would be before you're leaving home, check scouts to see if scouts and leaders, to see if they have a temperature of 101 or higher. That way you're saving the drive for that person, and you're also not putting them in a car with other people who are just going to end up sick later in the week. We don't want that to happen. We want everybody to have a great time, and so please have them check their temperature before they start coming here to camp, so that they don't have to get sent home on that first day. We talked about swim checks a bit earlier. If you do need to complete them, that would be the time, would be after you have completed your medical rechecks. You'd head to the pool with your site guide and go about taking your swim tests. And then that would be followed by your camp tour. And so your site guide will take your troop around camp with the eye on making sure that everybody knows where everything is here in camp. The different program areas, the health lodge, the headquarters, building, leaders lounge, etc. Want to make sure that everybody has a feel for what is Camp Rodney. That evening we'll have a camp-wide retreat. It's our first camp-wide retreat of 3 for the week. and that retreat will be followed by dinner on the parade field. Know that dinner is a barbecued chicken dinner done picnic style, and so while most troops will wear a Class A uniform to most flag retreats, this particular one, it is absolutely acceptable for you to choose to wear a Class B uniform, a different shirt, or make sure your scouts wear undershirts under their regular Class A shirt. Barbecue chicken, while great, is one that likes to have scouts land it right across their shirt, and nothing like having a big barbecue spot on your Class A shirt at the very first day of the week. So we do recommend that. Our staff will be in our Class B shirts, and so just know that it is absolutely acceptable for your troop to do the same. So we'll do that dinner on the parade field, and then that will be followed by a round robin on the parade field for most individuals. That's where they'll get a chance to learn about the various activities. Our staff will be there telling them about what's going on in camp and what to expect for the week, and get everybody excited about the week to come. During that same time, Scoutmasters and Senior Patrol Leaders will have a meeting for them, and we ask that every troop that has Brown Sea Scouts designates a Brown Sea leader, at least one Brown Sea leader, and that person would be going to the Brown Sea meeting, where they'd meet our Brown Sea staff and they'd get a chance to get information about what to expect for the week, beyond what they would be able to read just in our pre-camp documents. The last thing of that evening is going to be an opening campfire, and so that will happen right after those leaders meetings and round robin. So when the troop comes to the parade field for retreat, they'll be there. They'll be out of the campsite until after the campfire. So just know that that's the case when you're heading to retreat, is that you won't be back to the campsite until after the opening campfire. Troops will line up, and we'll take you to the campfire site, and it'll be a great way to kick off what is going to be an amazing week at camp for you.